Okay, we have. Okay, are we on? Okay, we have a three-dimensional news story for you, and that is basically, mainstream news narrative. And then we have a fifth dimensional narrative, which is about the five-dimensional people and their experiences living on a three-dimensional world with uh, um, if things get to be too hairy or too hinky in this 3D world, spiritually evolved people get back inside their own bodies and do a lot of work to be here now. A lot of focus on the breath. It's always very grounding. Sometimes through the bottom of your feet, you can imagine tree roots growing out the bottom of your feet deep into the ground to ground you into the earth. There's a guy on YouTube who says, nut up the spine. It means, if you have the big O, you're supposed to somehow direct the energy behind you up, into your Taurus. If you don't know what a person in their Taurus looks like, well, I don't know. Maybe you can just type in Taurus, Taurus, human. I don't know if Alex Gray will give you a picture. Maybe, maybe not. Anyways, you might get some luck. So I know what we were doing. We're doing 3D and 5D news. So the 3D news is the mainstream narrative. The 5D news is the disappearance of the universe. This was a book the book was about the Course in Miracles, but the title of the book was Disappearance of the Universe. What is that all about? Well, I'm just going to skip forward to the disappearance of the 3D matrix and the emergence of the 5D matrix. Well, anything that's 3D, that's low vibe, low in consciousness, disappears because it's only supported by the 3D matrix. And that is what Gary Renard's book title is: Disappearance of the Universe. And I think if you're a 3D people, that's what's going to happen. It's the Langoliers, the story by Stephen King. I don't know, maybe not. I'm going to go. It's like disappearance. That's like beings demanifesting that reality and everything to do with that reality. So, I mean, if you want to immediately get to the fifth dimension, well, you put that song on. Just play that song, Age of Aquarius by the Fifth Dimension. It's an old song from 1969. You've had a long time. A long time to align with that. And, I'm just going to tell you, if you planned on having, a chicken burger for dinner, then it's like, you're not going to be here because the killing of animals in slaughterhouses and factory farms, that is supported by the 3D matrix. Gary Renard's book is called The Disappearance of the Universe. Through the Course in Miracles. Course in Miracles calibrates at 650 on the scale of human consciousness. Have you done that? Did you even know there was such a thing? Well, if you're miracle-minded, you're supposed to see miraculous stuff all the time. Child from Jesus, 1975. Not that long ago as the crow flies. Do you want to get up to 650? That's above 540. That's a good number to have. Do the Course in Miracles. A good thing I would drop everything and buy that book and do it right now. Yeah. Do that and only. Yep. Quit your job and do that. Yep. More important. More important. Yep. Quit school. Yep. Yeah. Just keep call sick. Lie. It's okay. It's okay by me. Call in and just say I don't think I'm going to be in for the rest of the year. I don't know. I just tell them you got mononucleosis. Mono. They'll be scared of you. They'll mark you. Don't come. Don't come. Don't come. The school secretary's going. Don't come. Don't come. Don't come. Okay, and just say, don't call me. I'll call you, and then just don't call again. Just tell your mom. Just say I had to go to the walk-in clinic at the school, and they said I got mono. Just don't go into it. Say, Mom, I can handle it. I'm a big girl now. I can't go to school, Mom. Instead of my room, Mom, because I got mono, and you don't want to be breathing. I'd freak her out. Because seriously, play on their fears. And if they won't get rid of their fears, then play on their fears to get them out of your life. But anyways, because when the 3D matrix disappears, it's the disappearance of the universe. Gary Renard, that's what I was talking to you about. So, I mean, if you want to get up to 650, the Course in Miracles calibrates at 650, according to Dr. David Hawkins in his book, Probably Truth versus Falsehood. You could just stock up on Dr. Hawkins' books. There's probably some audiobooks by now. There's definitely Kindle ebooks that you can get free samples of. Really good free samples. Go right now and get free samples. Read free samples. If you don't like to read, then go on YouTube and just listen. Seriously. Put Dr. Hawkins on and then have your favorite music on and side by side. Sometimes I do that. I do. Sometimes I'll have the radio on and then I'll be playing like, I don't know, somebody somewhere on, on the channel. Tarot card readers. I like to play tarot card readers and have music at the same time, and also have I don't know a TV show on that I don't really care about, but is like I can look at the characters on the TV show and match them up with what Dr. Hawkins is saying and what the music is saying, and you can get multi-dimensional messaging that way. That is like really good and entertaining and a good fast way to educate yourself on what people might be up to in your own life. Is it paranoia? I don't know. This is called multi-dimensional ways of I'm figuring it out. It's in your toolkit. You get what you get. I mean, if they get that I don't know, I married an axe murderer, then I would guess it's a good thing to know now before, the axe murderer chops your head off. In other words, divorce the son of a bitch and move to Malibu. Oh, this was my shirt called Malibu. Believe it or not, the universe gifted this one to me. It did. It just did. I was feeling kind of, I don't know. And the next thing you know is like, 10 yards later, here this thing was in a snowdrift. And it's mine now. Anyway, I just wanted to let, my sister know that, I have a comic and, it's not just, the fact that, she has a... Anyways, I just want to let you know that the mal, M-A-L, in French, mal à la tête, means headache. So mal is ache or pain. Mal is like malade, means I'm sick to my stomach. Je suis malade. So mal, in French, and probably a Latin root, mal means bad. Mal, so mal, and that's Malibu. So bad. And then I have, what have I got? I've got I, B, U. It's just that when Rumpelstiltskin, the electronic devil, first came to me and started torturing me, he said to me, you be me and I be you. Exact words. Hoist the Skull, a Disney property, ABC television, Once Upon a Time. Alternate reality game is what that Rumpelstiltskin talked about. Alternate reality game to Once Upon a Time TV show. And it said, you be me and I be you. So, bad. Mal, M-A-L. It's been a horror. I be you. It's Rumpelstiltskin being me. But he said, you be me, and I've never been Rumpelstiltskin. So that was just the first thing that it said. This particular demonic attack. I've never been Rumpelstiltskin. Except that, I suppose that when Rumpelstiltskin hijacks me and runs me through a supercomputer and, basically, it did say it was going to become my AI god. And seeing as that, I'm not talking right now the original occupant, believe it or not, even though it looks like me. It sounds like me, and it was very much the same engram. Engram is a personality, a name for a personality that we learned in Star Trek. The original series, the episode was called The Ultimate Computer. Oh well, the computer wore tennis shoes was Snake Plissken when he was Kurt Russell, when he was, then. Snake Plissken is doing a off-the-books movie called Exit the Matrix, because he did exit New York, escape from New York, escape from the Matrix. How do you escape from the Matrix? Well, I don't know. There's a new Matrix movie. Is that going to help you exit or get you more firmly entrenched in it? I don't know. The advice that we can give you from the architect itself is you can't... there's another architect that says if you want to exit, then you must simply have the intention to be free from all things that are entrapping you. And as you move into higher consciousness by not drinking beer and not eating meat, more and more consciousness comes to you. I mean, you keep yourself dumbed down when you eat meat. Because it's a low consciousness on a planet that allows factory farming and factory slaughter. And you really do have to dumb yourself down to do the horrible thing of eating the product of this massive industry. Wood chipper. I mean, isn't that what you end up with when you go to hamburger? It wouldn't be the same thing as throwing a cow right into a wood chipper. It's very low vibe what you do to sentient beings. Low consciousness. Anyways, I just want to let you know, because again and again, if you're looking for reasons why you need to stop, it's like I'm trying to get at you. Really, morality, ethically, they've got a lot of cognitive dissonance because meat tastes good, and it's all packaged up, or, grab a Taco Bell or whatever. It's easy, it's on the fly, fits in with your drive-through culture that is manufactured by the 1% to keep you imprisoned, because when you eat all these things, you are nodding. You do consent to factory farming. You consent to the terrorizing of animals as they walk the plank towards where they're going to be, that explosive bolt is going to be exploded into their head to kill them. They know. They know. Even my old man worked at a slaughterhouse when he was in university, and he said the animals know that they're about to be killed. And then Jacob Marley comes and looks at Scrooge and says, Scrooge, I told you. And then I still look at people and I say, didn't you watch A Christmas Carol? Don't you think it's supposed to be like a life lesson? At what point are you going to get the life lesson? That Scrooge is about us as human beings here on planet Earth today. And wondering, is Tiny Tim like, it was like that veal parmesan that you ate at the Italian job last week? Because I continue to look into the eyes of a lot of people and I see Tony Soprano. He's going to see the psychiatrist about, why he's having such horrible anxiety and horrible problems in his body. And she's looking at him, she's saying, Tony, you murder people as business. Tony, the reason why you're going into so much trouble with your physical body is because that's what you're doing. Your physical body is revolted by what you force it to do. Tony, you're toxic, Tony. And you're having high anxiety. Well, no wonder, toxic Tony, because there's a part of you called, I guess, your ego that insists on you continuing in the life of crime and killing people. And those of you that are still eating hot dogs and hamburgers and, pork loins and whatever, chicken wings, ribs, fish, mutton, Scotch broth, shrimps. You're going to say, wait, shrimps are like insects, but I don't know where you're going to draw the line. At least go as far as you can. Start walking away from eating other beings to keep you going. Head towards you living off of qi. You all know the word qi. You all know qigong. You know qi. You say, I don't know how to live on that. Well, why don't you go learn about it, how you do it? Go hit your Google and go and start doing research, and then go on Amazon, start looking for books, look for videos, talk about it among your friends, make postings about it. How do I become breatharian? How do I live on qi? I mean, seriously, it's like, when are you going to move your feet, and, treat yourself to some new information. Treat yourself to a better future. I mean, it's carrot or the stick. There are all kinds of wonderful gifts for you in higher consciousness, but the stick is if you don't move your, seriously, if you don't get, I don't know how to tell you, if you don't do it, then you're not going to get there. And you're going to get the worst part of the stick, which is evil people who are more advanced than you technologically, turning you into a factory farm where they decide to be, I can't tell you, some certain celebrities, it might end up turning you into like a long pork meal. Long pork is what they, I know in Stephen King books, it's a place where vampires go to eat humans. The Dixie Pig in the Dark Tower books, they serve long pork. I mean, if you don't have enough consciousness to get you out of the trouble of, the manifestation of evil on this planet, I don't know, Cambodia and the killing fields is not good enough for you? You never heard of it? I don't want to tell you. Well, I don't know. How am I going to help you out? Go Google that one. Nightmares happen on planet Earth. The best thing you can do is get a rebirth and not on this planet. You need to get to Vera Loka. It's a different higher dimensional planet where people don't go around murdering other people for fun.